The CIA lost contact with one of its agents, Murphy, somewhere in Ireland. So, the director sent another operative to track him down. Before the man left, the director told him, "All I can tell you is that his name's Murphy, and he's somewhere in Ireland. If you think you found him, use the code words. The weather forecast calls for mist in the morning. If it's really him, he'll reply, and mist at noon as well." The operative arrived in a small Irish town and stopped by a local pub. He asked the bartender, "Maybe you can help me. I'm looking for a man named Murphy." The bartender chuckled and said, "You'll have to be more specific, lad. There's Murphy the baker who owns the pastry shop down the road, Murphy the banker who runs the local branch, Murphy the blacksmith at the stables, and I'm Murphy myself." The operative decided to take a chance. He leaned closer and said quietly, "The weather forecast calls for mist in the morning." The bartender smiled knowingly and replied, "Oh, you're after Murphy the spy. He lives just down the street." A reporter once asked a billionaire how he managed to build his vast fortune. The billionaire smiled and said, "Well, it all started a long time ago when I had nothing but a single penny. I used that penny to buy a pencil from the corner store, then sold it to a classmate for 2 cents. With those 2 cents, I bought 2 pencils and sold them for 4. 4 became 8, 8 became 16, 16 became 32, and before long I had $20.48 to my name." He paused for a moment, then added, "And that's when my father had a massive heart attack, and I inherited $47 billion. A rabbit hops into a pharmacy and asks, "Do you have any carrots?" The pharmacist smiles politely and replies, "No, this is a pharmacy. We don't sell carrots." The next day, the rabbit comes back and asks again, "Do you have any carrots?" The pharmacist, a little annoyed now, says, "No. I told you yesterday we don't sell carrots here." On the third day, the rabbit shows up once more. As he opens his mouth to speak, the pharmacist shouts, "If you ask for carrots again, I'll punch you right in the teeth." The rabbit pauses for a moment, then says, "Do you have any carrots?" Smack! The pharmacist punches him, knocking out all his teeth. The next day, unbelievably, the rabbit returns. The pharmacist clenches his fists and growls, "Let me guess, you want some carrots, don't you?" The rabbit shakes his head and says, No, I just wanted to know if you have any carrot juice." Two friends were chatting over a drink when one of them said, "I really thought my new girlfriend might be the one." His buddy leaned in. "Oh yeah? What happened?" he sighed. "Well, the other day I was going through one of her drawers and found a nurse's outfit, a French maid's outfit, and even a police officer's uniform." He paused for a moment, then added, "I just figured if she can't hold down a job, she's not for me."